Traders, it's Anthony here. Okay, I've been mucking up this screen. So we're looking at Bitcoin. I want to go out to a weekly time frame and point something out here. Have a look at these all-time highs. Okay, all-time high. We get this rally. Look at the retrace. See how far that pulled back. Okay, then in 2021, same thing. We have this massive rally, all-time high, and look at the pullback here. Again, 2022, huge expansion, rally, bullish, and then it capitulated. And here we are again, 2024, a new all-time high. What I'm wanting to draw your attention to in this instance is to not underestimate the possibility or how far this thing can pull back before we see it head wherever it's heading, to the moon or whatever. Okay, to another all-time high. But now this is not a prediction. All I'm saying is be prepared for the possibility that we see more of the above right now. I mean, there's a reason for this. Big money is getting involved, and this is an ideal level for them to load up big time. I mean, that's what you see here. This is big money loading up. Everywhere you see this pullback, they load up. And then this is where price pushes into, these highs, and we see the distribution, right? Just be prepared for the possibility that that happens. Okay, it's not a prediction, it's a possibility. So look, I've got that off my chest. Let's get into the video, because what I want to do now is look at where we are, current price, and consider a potential trade idea. I'll just clear the decks here a bit, and I'll show you what I've got marked up. This level back here, this is a key level. So what I've done is I've just marked up this red candle high to low on the weekly time frame. So this is a bullish institutional order block prior to this move. I mean, look, smart money is definitely working this. They're working their orders now. We don't know whether they're going to tank this for a deeper discount or whether this is going to hold at this level and trade north, right? So there's two possibilities. One, it breaks this level and we see a deeper retrace, in which case that will be a target, and further targets below, or it holds here and we get that. Two possibilities, right? So you just need to look at this chart from a grounded perspective and understand that, I mean, look, this is incredibly volatile. It could head in either direction. This is a big level. Look what happened here. I want to point something else out as well. Have a look at this thing here. What I've done is I've marked up the candle wick under this red candle. This area under the lows here, this candle body. I've marked that up. Now, what this is it's a significant liquidity pool. So we just marked it up as such. There it is, liquidity. All right, so we've got this. Look, this is big time liquidity, guy. We've got sell stops that are resting under here prior to this rally. So what's happened is this has moved down into these orders here in the order book, and it's cleaned out these sell stops. Okay, they've been taken out. And I mean, obviously you can see the reaction off this level, right? So this is big liquidity, right? Now, if smart money is unloading, this is where, if they've unloaded after buying, right? And then they've distributed and they're accumulating shorts. That's where they unload and capitalize on their shorts. Where to after this? Well, we'll go down the time frame. Let's just have a look at and look, I'm explaining this for the benefit of those of you who are new to trading, sharing ideas, concepts that I've learned along the way through different mentors. Okay, they're not my ideas. And I've had people ask me to just take the time to explain what's going on in my head. Okay, so that's what's going on in the video here. So we've got this liquidity pool that this is tapped into. Now, the other thing that we have here, if you have a look at this level on the daily, we've got this value area over here on the left. What I've done is I've picked up the high and low of these two red candles. So this is institutional accumulation prior to, look at this candle here. Now, what we have here is a thin candle, bullish thin candle, that's basically one-sided trading, right? So we have a bullish imbalance to the upside, a bullish imbalance. This imbalance has been resolved. The market's come back down into it and balanced. We have a look further south and have a look at these imbalances. Look, I mean, at some stage, I would imagine that these get filled potentially. This is a thin candle there. You can see that. Okay, we've got, wherever you see a candle where there's nothing left and right of it. Okay, that's an imbalance that could potentially be a target in the future. I mean, it could take take quite a while for this to come back down to these levels, but there's definitely a possibility that at some stage, whether it's now or in the future, this tanks and trades into these levels here. So just understand that that's possible. All right? So if you're going to be trading or investing, you need to factor in the possibility that this thing tanks, I guess is what I'm saying. All right, so with that, we have this value area here that I've marked up, right? So it's a nested weekly and daily bullish order block that we've marked up here. So, I mean, essentially, it's a huge level. We've got the liquidity that's sitting under. They've tapped into it, right? Big support zone, basically. Then where to? Well, it's possible that that happens, and it's also possible that that happens. Okay, it's a risk asset, and we can see that the stock markets have tanked at the moment. Money is pouring into safe haven assets and currencies like the yen, the Swissy, etc. The dollar's tanking. Okay, the yen is rallying. So any risk asset is going to come under pressure, right? So we can see that in the stock markets and, of course, Bitcoin. Now, I don't believe that this move, this bearish, this move here is over yet. I think we're going to see more downside. That's my sense. We're in a bearish trend here. There's no bullish trend going on right now. These are lower highs, lower lows. We have a break of market structure, bearish right there. So BOS, lower highs, lower lows. This is the daily chart. We are in a bear market. I don't care what anyone says. So from that, I think, look, it's a difficult pick at the moment because we've traded into this level here. So keep an eye on the US dollar. If the dollar gains, look, we could see a bit of a rally from this point, given that we've traded into this level. That could rally. All right. Now, have a look at this from a Fibonacci high to low perspective. Possibility here is that, it reacts off this low here, this support, and we get a pullback up into these levels. Right, so this could rally, and then you're going to find everybody's jumping up and down and screaming moon and carrying on. We trade back into 62, 64, possibly. Be careful, guys. Just stay grounded. Don't FOMO anywhere. What else can I say? Yeah, have a look at, like, if we pull same thing here. Look at this. It sells, and then look at the pullback. It's a significant pullback. It sells, and it's a significant pullback. Does it again, and then of course we get that. All right, so just keep in mind that, here it is, look. So I'm expecting, given that we've traded into this level, I'm expecting something like that, potentially. Now, if you want to get long off this, I don't want to sell into this support zone, but I could look to buy. It's a counter trend trade. It's risky, understand that. My target would be this equilibrium, the 50% of this price swing. So price swing high to low, back into equilibrium. Okay, so that's a possible target. We've got this imbalance, daily time frame imbalance here that could look to get filled. The path of least resistance, in my opinion, is going to be north for a bit of a pullback. And I'm calling this support zone resistance in a sense because it's traded into it and it's resisting, okay? It's a support zone. So the path of least resistance, in my opinion, is potentially bullish. Counter trend, I don't like trading counter trend, but we'll go down to the 4 hour. Yeah, you see, look, we've got this imbalance on the 4H as well. So everything is telling me that a pullback could be the thing here. Break of market structure, there it is, bearish, right? The target is going to be this value range up here. That'll do. We've got an imbalance that could look to get traded through. Mark that up. We'll just call it that. Imbalance. Done. Fibonacci, we've got 50%. So we're looking at this price swing. We could pull the price swing from here, or we could pull it from, you could even go from this high down to the low. See the 50% to the 61.8. That's my point of interest. And it coincides beautifully with the mid level of this imbalance. So that would be a definite point of interest, possible target. So we could possibly see something like that happen. But from there, where do we go? That's going to be the question. If you want to get involved with this counter trend trade, good luck. I don't like it, and I'm definitely not going to get involved with it because, it's pulled back considerably, and that could be it. If you want to get involved counter trend, I would go down to a 15-minute chart. Again, not for me. It's rallied with a vengeance. What could happen here is just have a look at this price action. We've got this imbalance down in here on the 15-minute. So I'm looking at this thin candle where it pushed, right? 15-minute imbalance. That could be a target for this to pull back down into. Possibly. I'm not predicting anything, but I'm just marking this up and just understand that, the market looks for liquidity for one thing. Well, there's liquidity resting under here, under all of this in the form of sell stops. That's a target, and it looks to rebalance, and we've got this imbalance on the 15-minute time frame. And see how this trend here, see how we've got this lower high now. See how it pushed up, higher low, a higher high, I should say, but it's starting to look a little bit something like that, okay? It's not a strong trend, and the possibility is that happens, comes back down, rebalances, and possibly pushes up into here, something like that. I'd be inclined to look to get involved, possibly with a buy if it heads back down into this imbalance. I wouldn't mind that. That would be a play, counter trend, and there's a target right there, and that's a 2.4 R outcome. That's an idea for you. Short, yeah. Have a look at. Look, see, we've got this gap. It's not an easy trade, this one, guys. I'm telling you, seriously. You want to counter trend trade it. Well, okay. Here's a possibility. Right, into the 50 to 61.8. That would be my limit with this at the moment, short term. We've got this value area here, right? So there's a target. If you game, look for the pullback, and that could be a target. So I'm just wondering, what else to say about this? Okay, we've traded into support. I don't want to sell into that. There's a couple of ideas with a bit of a pullback here. I mean, look at it. Look at it from a Fibonacci. See the low to high? Well, there it is. Look, always looking at the fib. So there's your 50% pullback here, potential entry, and then possible target, something like that. If you want to counter trend trade this long, right? That's an idea. But don't be buying up in here. You want the discount, and the discount is always going to be where you pull your swing low to swing high, 50%. Right, so look for a buy opportunity down in around here, not up in here. That's chasing price. You want the pullback. And back into support, okay, I would definitely consider possibly buying given that this is a big level. So that's the idea long. Now, short, if it trades back up into these levels, just get rid of that. See the 50 to 61.8 here that I've marked up from this price swing, right? This high here to low, back into the 50 to 618. So this is a potential entry. It's see this imbalance. I would be looking for a short up in here because we have this imbalance right there. One-sided trading, all right, bearish imbalance. That's where I'd be interested. So the kind of price action you want to watch for, if that's the case, is going to be however this works out. Let's just improvise here a little bit, right? We'll grab the whatsy doovie. Okay, I'm thinking possibly we see that pulls back down into here. It ranges a little bit. We get a bit of a spike under, trades off with speed, and then we're off to the races. Not the moon, not this time around. And it heads into this imbalance where I'm thinking we see the range again, and possibly then we're looking for a short. Right, so that's what I'd be inclined to be looking for. And you'd look for a potential long, around the breakout here. 2.7R, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And you'd be looking for a potential short on the break of market structure here, back down into support, and look, 2.6R. So there's a couple of trade ideas, guys. That is my take on Bitcoin, and I would love to hear your thoughts. Your thoughts matter. Let's share the love and support each other. With that, I hope you have a great day. Safe trading. Yeah, I mean, leave a comment. That's what I was getting at. And we'll see you in the next one.